Stand up nice and tall. Let's separate our feet a little bit on the ground so we have good balance. We know how to do that already. Now sway back and forth in place. And as you sway, feel the way your weight moves from foot to foot. Feel the way your hips sway back and forth. You can actually feel your body moving from one hip joint to the other as you go back and forth. Good. Pay really close attention to what that feels like as you're moving. Now move slightly forward and backward. Not very much. We don't want anyone to topple over here. Just slightly. Just to your toes and your heels. And back and forth again. Good. Now take your right arm. And as you're swaying to your left, open your right arm to the right. And then as you're swaying to the right, bring that right arm in towards the center. So your arm is swaying away from your body and then in towards it. Yes, your arm, you're not swaying with your arm. It's not this. But you're opening up away from your arm, and then you're both coming into the center, your arm and your body. Back and forth. Now, violins and violas, bring your arm up here a little more like you're bowing. So as you're bowing down bow, you're moving left, up bow to the right. You're moving against the direction of your bow. Cellos and bass, you can just keep yours out in front of your body like this. Feel your weight shifting back and forth as your arm opens and closes. All right, now everybody sit up nice and tall. Separate those feet a little bit on the floor the way you would sit if you were playing your instrument. Shift your weight back and forth a little bit. Make sure you have a nice balance. Good. Now stand up. Feel how quick and easy it is to stand up when we have that good posture. Now sit back down and sit the lazy way. You're sitting if you were tired. You just took a bunch of tests today. Now stand up. Now, did we see how much we had to move? And some of us were pretty good at lunging ourselves forward onto the ground. But most of us had to scoot in front of our chair. Shh, guys, keep it down. Most of us had to scoot to the front of our chair that time. So let's try it the good way again. Sit up nice and tall in your chair. Feet a little bit apart. Sway back and forth. Make sure you're balanced. Stand up. Now collapse down in your chair the lazy way. We're so tired. Now stand up. Now we didn't quite get there all at the same time. Good. Now sit down one more time in good position. Excellent. Now we're going to pick up our instruments. So basses, you can go ahead and stand up and get your instrument ready. Now sit up nice and tall the way you do when we play. Put your instrument in position. Now see how easy it is to stand up even while you're holding your instrument and sit back down. Now we're going to play a D major scale in quarter notes. We're going to play each note twice like this. All the way up and down. I'm going to randomly yell, stand up, and I want to make sure that we all have good posture. If you do, you'll be able to stand up quickly and carefully without hitting anybody else's bows. 1, 2, ready, go. Stand up. Sit down. Stand up. Sit down. Stand up. To imagine you are puppets. You can be whatever kind of puppet you want to be. Dinosaur puppet, person puppet, whatever. Now, your puppet has a string coming right out of the middle of your head. So feel that center of your head and feel like there's a string coming right out. And that's how you're controlled. Only by the head. There's no strings here, no strings anywhere else. Just from the middle of your head. Now pull that string up and sit up nice and tall. Good. And now let go of that string and your body just relaxes. Oh, we have some excellent collapsing puppets here. Now that string is being pulled up again. Sit nice and tall so you feel it coming from your head. Now that string is being held up, but you can let go of it. Now there are no strings on your shoulders, so your shoulders should not be pulled up. They are collapsed down here, nice and relaxed. Just your head is up nice and tall. Good, and collapse again. And then pretend someone is pulling up your puppet string from the center of your head again until you're sitting nice and tall. Good, but you're a puppet, so your body is still relaxed. There's no tension in your body. You're just being held up by your head there. And collapse one more time. And last time, let that puppet string pull you up from the center of your head. Nice and tall, shoulders are relaxed. Feel what it would feel like if someone was pulling up shoulder strings on you.
Ow.
That does not feel so good. Now relax those shoulders because you only have a puppet string coming out of your head. And let me see that wonderful posture. All right, first step today, we're sitting up nice and tall in our chairs. Go ahead and stand up. Step a little bit away from your chair though. Make sure you have enough foot room. We're not standing on any instruments. Wonderful. Now put your feet directly together. Touch those ankles together. Try and sway back and forth. See how far you can sway without feeling like you're going to topple over. And try and sway forward and backward. Good. Now separate your feet. Take your left foot and step out. And now sway back and forth. Does it feel a little better? Yes, and sway forward and backward. We can still do that. Good. Now put your feet back together. Now we're going to unzip our feet from the heels. So we're going to keep our heels together. Unzip your feet like this. Good. And with your left foot, everyone point to your left leg here so we're all on the same page. Excellent. With your left foot, you're going to step out and a little bit forward like this and then sway back and forth. Make sure you feel balanced. If you step too far, we don't want that. You don't want to be really low to the ground here. And if you don't step enough, you're still going to feel imbalanced. Good. Now bring your feet back together. Unzip. Step out with the left foot. Good. Now lean a little bit more on that left foot so you're leaning just a little bit forward, but so you can still maintain your balance back and forth. One more time. Back to the center. Unzip. Left leg step out and forward. And put a little bit of weight on that left foot there. Excellent. Now hold your imaginary instrument. Feel how that left foot is going to support your instrument when you're holding it in position. Good. Okay, cellos, we're going to sit up nice and tall and scoot forward to the front part of your chair. Good, and make sure, I'll show you from the side here, that you have plenty of space between your back and the back of your chair. So feel behind you. Make sure you have that space there. Excellent. So we're sitting on the front part of our chair. Our back is up nice and straight. And then we separate our feet like this. Yeah, you look like a really elegant horseback rider. So if you're going to jump on a horse and ride away here, you look like super elegant, good postured horseback riders. Good, and then flop down in your chair with really bad posture. And sit up near the front of your chair again. Feel that space between your back and the back of the chair. Feet apart like an elegant horseback rider. And that's our cello posture. All right, basses, stand up nice and tall. Put your feet together on the floor. And now try and sway back and forth. And see how much you can sway back and forth without feeling like you're going to topple right over. It's hard to try and sway forward and backward. And now separate those feet. Give yourself some space. And now sway back and forth. And sway, throw your weight to your right hip and your left hip. And you can sway much better. Try it again with your feet together. See how much we can sway. And not very much. Then open up those feet again. Feel that space between your feet. Feel how balanced you are and that freedom you have to move back and forth.